I'll start the recording. I can actually start. I have a few announcements, so I'll start with them. So I can actually now officially announce that I am an officially certified Sedona Method Instructor.
Yay! Yay!
I'm happy for that. And a larger group of us, you might have heard about Hale's mentoring group, and we as a group are we are organizing a larger releasing event in mid-November. I can't give you yet more details. I will announce as soon as I know. It will be a paid event, but very affordable early bird prices for a 3 or 4 days event. And it will have free first sessions like Hale does with his retreats. And since it's paid, we aren't yet sure if we can promote it on the Sedona Method Facebook page. So if you on WhatsApp groups, we obviously can promote that, but I will add here my website. So if you want to be informed once about the support calls when they are, and when I know something more about the event, I will let you know through email. This is kind of my support call. There's a form where you can just sign, or you can just send me email. There's my email address there as well. Okay, and we are very excited about the event. I'm glad that you are too, but let's start the support call. And since I know it's middle of the night for Lawrence, I'll be starting with Lawrence.
No, it's not middle of the night at all.
Isn't it?
It's 6 p.m. It's 6 p.m. where I live.
Oh, how come I thought it's middle of the night? Okay, well.
It was earlier this year. I was in that part of the world, but I have returned to Europe.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
No more midnight calls, so that helps.
Yes. Okay, but good. You're here now, but let's hear what it is I can help you with.
Yes, I'd like some facilitation.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I love the idea with this big event.
Good.
These big events always have like even more power to them. So I'm really looking forward. I'm definitely gonna sign up and looking forward to it.
Great.
Yeah, I'd like some facilitation with fear.
Fear. Mm-hmm.
Yes, fear. It's not even a fear of a certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
At least not on the surface. It just seems to be like a quite fundamental feeling, underlying fear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've noticed it like kind of like as a background, like kind of tension or contraction. Been noticing it recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just for now, do you allow yourself first to just stop or pause and be?
Yeah, I can. The fear is quite strong, actually.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And around it, there is some sense of spaciousness.
Sensations?
Spaciousness.
Spaciousness. Okay, good. Very good. So could you notice that spaciousness?
Yes.
And then can you check if there's a boundary between the fear, or what you call fear, and that spaciousness?
Yeah. The sensation, yeah. The label's fear. Yeah.
Yes. And is there an exact boundary where that sensation begins and the spaciousness ends, or other way around?
No, there really isn't.
And is there any sense that you have to figure out what that fear or that sensation is coming from or why it's there?
Yes, I have to figure it out in order to let it go. Otherwise, it will continue to be a threat.
So could you welcome how much you want to figure it out?
Yes.
And just for now, could you let go of wanting to figure it out?
I could.
And would you?
Yes.
And when?
No.
Good. And would you be open to letting that sensation do fall?
I would be open to letting it go.
Mm-hmm. And would you notice all the peace that is here already?
Yes, I can notice some of it.
Mm-hmm. And is there any expectation that that fear or that sensation will come back?
It's not gone. It's still here. So
It's still here.
yeah, I haven't let it go. I just said I will be open to it.
Okay. So would you welcome and just notice where it appears to be? Where do you feel it, that sensation?
Yeah, it's grouped around the solar plexus.
Mm-hmm. And would you allow yourself to focus on that sensation?
Yeah.
And then focus on the spaciousness.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like the sensation is
Mm-hmm.
somehow part of everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's almost like it's everywhere. It's a kind of fish in water kind of feeling.
Yes. Yes. And is that spaciousness affected by that fear or that sensation?
Absolutely not.
And would you allow that spaciousness to take care of it?
Yes.
And would you allow whatever sensation is left, would you allow it to melt into the spaciousness?
And it seems to be something holding it back.
Hmm?
Like, yeah.
And is that something that is just arising this moment?
Yeah. It's just arising.
And is there any wanting it to be there, wanting to hold on to it?
Ugh. On some level, it seems so.
Mm-hmm. And is that allowed and welcomed?
Yes.
And would you say yes to that feeling? Just give it the license to be here.
Yes, I say yes to it. I even feel some love for it.
Good. So how does it feel after you, or while you are loving it?
It feels on one level the same.
Mm-hmm. So.
And on another level, I don't know, maybe already shifting. It feels weird.
So could you say yes to it, feeling the same and shifting?
Yeah.
And would you just watch it, staying the same and shifting?
Yes.
And would you open up to the spaciousness some more?
Yes.
And some more still?
No.
So just as much as feels comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then would you say yes to the amount of openness you feel comfortable?
Yeah, it's quite a lot actually.
Good. And would you say yes to the amount of fear or sensation that is left?
Yes. Ugh.
And would you notice it, wanting it to be gone or wanting to change it?
Yeah, there's almost like kind of a like grief outcry against it. Yeah, it feels like I'm a victim somehow.
Victim.
Victim, yeah.
Okay. So is there any sense that the being victim makes you feel more safe?
No.
And does
No.
it make you feel more relaxed or more happy?
No.
So could you thank the victimhood for rising up and let it go?
Yes, I would.
And would you open up to the peace and courageousness that is here already?
I'm sorry, I had a very strong coffee reaction.
Okay. So would you open to the peace and courageousness that is here already?
Yes, I would.
And are those peace and courageousness, are they affected by that fear? Or what's left of it?
I seem to be limited by it.
I'm sorry?
They seem to be limited by the fear.
They seem to be. So,
They seem to be, yeah.
yeah. So could it be that's just a illusion created by the mind?
Absolutely.
So would you notice again the spaciousness and the courageousness?
Yes.
And would you open up to them some more?
There's a lot of nausea coming.
Oh, okay. And would you allow that to come up?
Yes, to the degree that I can handle it, yeah.
Yes. And do you notice how even that is allowed and welcomed?
Yeah.
And what if that all is just what's arising this moment?
Yeah, it certainly is.
And is there any need to do anything about it?
In this moment, no. If I don't go into thought.
Mm-hmm. So would you allow yourself to just rest?
There's also a part that says the problem needs to be fixed forever right now.
Yes.
We have to, just once and for all,
Once and for all, yes.
eradicate the fear.
Yes, that's how feelings work, like we know. So would you welcome that expectation that it's now or never, just has to be solved out?
Yeah, it has to be wanting to control.
Yes. And just for now, could you let go of wanting to control?
Yes.
And would you?
If
And
yeah,
when?
I would.
Mm.
No.
And would you notice how right this moment everything is just unfolding as it is, and it's perfect?
I can be open to that.
Good. And would you be open to the possibility that each moment is just unfolding as it is? And you're always having everything you need that moment. The courageousness, the peace, the action, whatever is needed is there that moment.
I can be open to that.
And would you allow yourself to rest in the knowingness that all is unfolding just perfectly each moment?
Yes, including some resistance to that idea.
I'm sorry?
Yes, I can, including being aware of some resistance to that idea.
Yes, that can come up. And it's also allowed.
Yeah.
Yes. So how does it feel now?
Stronger. It feels somehow more resilient.
Good.
Yeah. So it's somehow more solid, I would say.
Okay, good.
Yeah, which is very nice.
Good.
So thank you so much, and I'll see you next month or at the event.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you.
Take care, Katja.
You too. Bye-bye. And before we move on, I need to plug in my computer since I didn't do it before. Just a sec. All right. It's an older laptop and it can just drop off if I don't do that. All right, so now Mary.
Yeah, first of all, congratulations on your certification. That's an amazing achievement.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, when I first decided to get on the call, I wanted to have you help me to release on some severe stomach pain
Mhm.
and issues that I've had for almost a year, that caused me to eat very little. I can hardly eat, and it gets me up in the middle of the night.
Mhm.
But 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 the minute I laid down to get on the call, I've been also recently been getting headaches, and I
Mhm.
don't know with Sedona if it's if you can release on pain in general, or if it's really better to focus on one area.
You can release some pain, but like we know, we don't treat, diagnose, or advise about physical or mental illness, but releasing can help, and it doesn't have any side effects, so that's
Right.
the good part. It's definitely possible to do pain in general because you know where it is. I don't. It's not necessary for me to use certain words for you to kind of know or focus on them. So yeah,
Okay,
that can definitely be. We can at least explore how it goes.
that'd be great. Well, then I would love to, and especially the I don't like getting the headaches because sometimes they just can incapacitate me and it's hard to do anything. But the stomach issue has been a severe hindrance. So I've been resisting them. There's no doubt. I keep releasing on resistance.
Mm,
I'm really frustrated at both. So
mm,
I'd love to release on the frustration, the anger. And I'm just, yeah, wondering what in the world, trying to figure out where they're coming from, all that stuff. I'm doing it all and I keep trying to release on it, but it keeps coming back.
yes, yes, that can happen. But let's see where we find ourselves with releasing. So, would you allow yourself first to just pause and be?
Yes.
And then just notice all the sensations and everything that comes up with them. The memories, the frustration, the expectations, anger, fear, whatever is connected to them.
Yeah. All the limitations it sets on. Yeah.
Mm,
The interruptions. Yeah.
yes.
All of that. Hmm.
And then would you welcome how personal that all feels?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then welcome all the wanting to do something about them. Change them, get rid of them, figure out why those things are there.
For sure. Yeah.
Mm. And then would you notice that peace and space that's surrounding that whole spin, that's beyond that spin, but isn't in any way affected by it?
Yes.
And then again, notice the sensations, the frustration, expectations, and just notice how real they feel.
Oh, yeah. They feel real.
And just for now, as best you can, could you let go of expecting to know what the future will bring?
Yes. Yeah.
And would you be open to the possibility that even this challenge might work itself out better than you can imagine?
It's a little difficult because I've been dealing with the stomach stuff for so long that,
Yeah.
and it was improving in May, and then it went back to being pretty bad. So it's a little difficult. I keep expecting things to improve, and keep getting disappointed that, that they haven't, but there's still a little bit of hope in there.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try a slightly different approach. So would you just notice the expectations
Yeah.
and just say yes to them? And you're saying yes to the point that they are here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then check, do those expectations know the future? Do they have the divine view to the future?
No, they don't.
So would you just notice that?
I feel like, yeah, well, no, I feel like I'm a divine being, but I don't have, that doesn't mean the expectations, no, or have divine, foresight into the future.
Yes, as mine can be really, really impressive and kind of it's very convincing so often. So, but what the mind is basing all its expectations is the past. And how hard, doesn't matter how hard we try, the past is over. It's gone. And even though it might appear that certain things repeat themselves or happen more often than others, still it all could change. We don't know the future.
Right.
So do these expectations make you feel any more relaxed or more at peace?
No.
So could you thank them for trying to help, as they are probably trying, your mind is trying to keep you safe by offering you these expectations. So could you thank them for rising up and let them go? For now, as best you can.
Yeah, I could.
And would you notice where the safety comes from? What is at its core?
I don't think I've ever felt safe in my entire life. So that's a big question for me.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I feel unsafe just not knowing when I'm going to be able to eat more. I feel like I would feel better. I don't know what the headaches are from. I don't know if that would help if I was able to eat more, and I don't know, but safety is a big issue for me. Yeah.
Yes, it's a big issue for most of us in different forms. We try to, and it's very human to want to know things to be safe. But it's the same thing that we can't really know the future.
Right.
So would you prefer to hold on to those expectations that are negative? Or would you prefer to be at peace this moment?
Oh, definitely be at peace.
And would you allow yourself to be at peace?
Yeah, to the best of my ability. Yeah.
And then, just for now and as best you can, could you give yourself all the safety you need? this moment as best you can.
Yes.
And would you allow yourself to relax into that safety some more?
Yes.
And still a bit more.
Yes.
And would you notice the safety and peace and acceptance that are here already and never leave? Even though it might feel that they aren't here, but they are always there beyond whatever story we are telling ourselves, whatever we are feeling.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And would you allow yourself to be safe right now?
Yes.
And would you be open to being safe in the apparent future as well?
Yes.
And if you know you are always safe, is there anything to be afraid of?
No.
So would you allow yourself to rest in that knowingness that all is well right now, this moment?
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
Good. So what is there now?
Just some sensations, but I feel at peace. I feel more calm about knowing that, yeah, the more I can just let go of those things and just know that they'll work itself out, that I'm safe. It feels much better. So thank you.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, Mary. And it's, now that you know, it's really good to kind of have those feeling at peace and feeling safe moments during the day. Because so often we are just busy running backwards and forwards and in circles, and we are swept away by the feelings and reactions. So if we remember, it's really good to sometimes just pause and be and notice that right this moment all is well. Even that calms you down and makes the day.
Yeah, that is calming. Yeah, to just, to remind myself of that. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, that all of that helps.
Good. Glad to hear. Okay. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And Romana.
Hi, Katja. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Congratulations on your certification. I'm very happy for you. I believe, or I feel like I am before a breakthrough. I am moving and I'm starting a new chapter.
Mhm.
And it's even though I keep surrendering to the beingness and letting go, and I feel there's something is bubbling, like I'm right before this breakthrough. Somehow it's like all coming up.
Mhm.
And today I would like to work more on business sides. I would like more clients, coaching clients regular, like, you know, it's they come and I have them for a few months and then there is a stop. So I would like this continual flow of clients, coaching clients, especially because I do a lot of stuff, but coaching that is long-term and fulfilling for me and for clients, and I would like a constant base of clients. Yeah. So if you could help me with that, I feel like there is this it's not a resistance, but I keep getting the breakthrough that you know, it's like something for me it's like a next level. And I will surrender to you. I know you know what to do, so I will, yeah.
Okay. So would you just notice how everything you told me makes you feel right now?
Yeah.
And then welcome how personal that feels. It's your life, your business, your success, your breakthrough or not. And welcome all the wanting to control how that goes.
Yeah.
And then welcome all the wanting approval, safety, separation, or oneness.
Yeah.
And then would you notice where all of this is appearing in or on that peace or space or beingness?
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
notice if there's any sense that this is really up to you, how your business goes, how the business goes.
No, it's not.
And any, excuse me. Sorry. Is there any sense that not having the constant flow of clients is something that is your fault or that you have to do something about it?
Like there's this feeling that I could have done more, but I've been on my own for a few years, everything for myself, and it's like kind of tiresome, like doing all the work instead of doing what I really love, you know, and leaving other work to others. It's like kind of not the word that it's not bored, but it's more like dissatisfaction, or that's not quite the right word. Just let me check. I have it in my language, but I cannot find the English word.
It's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
So would you notice all those feelings, the story you have about your business and your past?
Oh yeah.
And is there any expectation that the story will continue the same?
What comes up is like it's a repeating cycle. It improves and it stops, and it improves a little bit more, and you know, it's like, and then it stops. When I just get the business rolling and I get the passion and everything, then just stops and it's crickets. Yeah.
So would you welcome the expectation that that's how it will go?
Yeah. And there's a sadness there, a lot of sadness.
And just for now, as best you can, could you let go of expecting that to happen?
Yes.
And what if everything is just unfolding as it is, and it has nothing to do with you?
Oh, yeah.
And would you be open to the possibility that even this apparent decline in business has been what's been needed, because it is what happened?
Yeah.
And would you be open to the possibility that the future might be something totally different and better, even
Yeah.
though you can't see how to get there?
Mm-hmm.
And would you allow yourself to be guided and supported by the all and your
Yeah.
inner knowing and clear reason, intuition?
Oh, yeah. But there's still some resistance, like cannot fully
Mm-hmm.
like surrender, or I still kind of like have to control it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Distrust, kind of, even though I know my mind, the best way is just to surrender, but the feeling is like
Mm-hmm.
this the safe way. You have to at least know if it's your business and
Yes, yes,
all
yes.
the stories behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. So could you say yes to that resistance and that reaction?
No.
So could you say no to it?
Yes.
And then could you say yes to it?
Yeah.
And then say no?
No.
And say yes?
Yes.
And say no?
No.
And say yes?
Yes.
And can you notice that which is beyond yes and no, which just is?
Yes.
And would you notice how your business is to just is as it is each moment?
Yeah.
And would you allow yourself to relax and go with the flow?
Yes.
So how does it feel now?
It's still releasing, but it's like this intensity that I had in my chest
Mm-hmm.
disappeared. So yeah, I feel it's open more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel complete. Yeah, thank you.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for asking. And Barbara.
Hi, Katja.
Hello.
It's nice seeing you. It's been a long time. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a long time seeing you.
Yeah, Katja, I'm struggling today because, so 2 weeks ago, my cat had an episode. Before I let him out, thought I got to give him his heart meds. Anyway, long story short, 12 days ago on the 13th, he decided to pass. and I'm struggling today because of it, because I don't know, I feel the emptiness, and I was doing really good. And I don't know whether I was doing good because I got over the shock, because I was in the shock phase. You know, there's different phases.
Yeah.
And yeah, and today I'm really struggling with him not being here.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm really struggling with that. And I don't usually say I miss him, because then I'm disconnected, then I don't get the messages from him, then I don't hear him speaking to me. So I
Mhm.
try to stay connected to him, so I release a lot so that I can see what he's telling me. Last week I spent a lot of time just by myself so that I could release in between and connect to him and not feel like we were separate. So I
Mhm.
know we aren't, because for me, the soul never dies, and for me, they also reincarnate.
Mhm.
Um, he told me he was coming back, and I have a lady who, it's a long story, but she told me last night, concentrate on blessings. He does want to come back. It wasn't just me,
Mm.
not just him telling me, but it's still, today it crashed on me. And then I was feeling like, just, every time I want to start an animal communication class,
Mhm.
11 years ago, my soul cat Lydia passed, and now blessings did that to me just in the morning that I was putting it out there.
Mhm.
And it's weird too, because one more thing, I was telling my brother now, I said, you were in Vienna, Austria, and blessings passed. And when you were in Italy, my cat Gino passed many, many years ago. And I said, so weird. I don't know what that means. And when he was gone 9 months ago, my cat Blessings was sick. It's just weird. I don't know what it is, but it's just, yeah. And then I felt like, what's going on with my business? It's like I get out there, and I made a program for grief, because I felt that I was able to help people, but simultaneously, like I'm going between three lanes in the business. And yeah, I feel like nothing's happening there either. So I feel like a failure. It's just all came crashing down today. Yeah, so I need to release.
Yes, it sounds there's a lot going on. So
Sorry?
sounds like there's a lot going on. So no problem.
Yeah, yeah,
You are feeling a lot.
yeah,
So just for now, would you let yourself pause and
yes,
just be?
yes,
And then notice whatever that story brings up, how it makes you feel this moment.
yeah. It just brings a lot of sadness.
Mm. So would you open up to that sadness as best you can?
Yeah,
And would you notice the peace that is peace and love that are beyond and beneath that sadness?
yes,
And would you allow that sadness to rise and fall as it does?
yes,
And would you notice the love that is here?
yes,
And check if there's any wanting to control the situation.
yeah. It's definitely wanting to change it. That's for sure. If I could, I would.
Yes, yes, very understandable. So just for now, could you allow the wanting to control to go?
Yes.
And would you notice if there's right this moment, if there's anything that ought to be different?
Yeah. What's the hardest thing, Katya? Sorry to interrupt this flow, is that I always believe so much is possible, that we can manifest so much. Like my cat defied death 5 times in the last 4 years. But I know that I can't bring my mom back or my cat, not right this second. Yeah. Not like just like that. And I always believe so much is possible, but that isn't possible. And if I could snap my fingers, I would do it. And that's not possible. And that's the hard part, because I believe in so much is possible beyond our imagination, you know what I mean? And I've had it happen, and I've seen it happen, and I've lived it so many times, miracles after miracles, yeah.
Mhm.
But this is not possible.
Mm.
You know, I can't snap my fingers and go, Mom, be in your body right here. Now, or my cat, even if my cat does come back, there's no way I could snap my fingers and go, be here right now. Maybe in 6 months, yes, but not right now. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I could feel his presence. That I feel. I really feel him. Yeah. And I know he's around. He sent me a lot of messages and signs.
Mm.
But that's something that's really hard for me, you know? That's
Mm.
like, yeah.
You just notice that how much you would like it to be different.
Yeah.
And then could you welcome the sense that you know how things should be?
Yeah.
And then Sedona Method doesn't really talk about souls, but if we do talk about souls a little bit, it is also my belief that if we have souls, they know when it's their time to go on.
No, absolutely. You can't control that, you know what I mean? That part you can't. You
Yes.
know, everybody's, no matter how much we love somebody and don't want somebody to leave, they have their own souls and they have their own timing, you know,
Yes.
no matter who it is, a friend, a mom, a brother, sister, you know, whatever,
Yeah.
an animal. And that's hard. That part is hard, you know?
Yes. But could you just say yes to that?
Yeah, I could, yeah.
And would you grant your loved ones the right to move on the way they do?
I don't have a choice. I feel like a stomach ache with that one, but yeah. You know,
And would you grant yourself the right to feel as however that makes you feel?
yes.
And would you again notice the love that is here?
Yeah.
And would you open up to that love some more?
Yes.
And still some more.
Yes.
And some more.
Yes.
And would you allow yourself to be guided and supported?
Yes.
And would you relax in the knowingness that it is all unfolding as it should?
Yeah, somehow I get a stomach pain with that. I don't know why. I can't just let it unfold, you know.
So welcome wanting to control or guide or decide how that should go.
Yes.
And then check, does that make you feel more loving and at peace?
Not unless I let it go.
Mm.
So yeah, let it go.
And would you open up to that peace
Yes.
that is all around?
Yeah.
And would you offer yourself some kindness?
It would, yes.
And notice how you are doing perfectly well, all things considered. We are
Okay.
always doing everything perfectly, but we tend to be the harder the conditions, we are usually the harsher towards ourselves.
Totally. I agree. Yes.
Just Give yourself some slack.
Thank you. Yes.
How does it feel now?
It's better now. Thank you. I was really running amok today and panicked, because every time I went out into the balcony today, like he wasn't there, and oh, my heart just sank, and no matter what I believe, even if I believe what I told you, it's just not right this second, So, and it makes it hard the time in between, and then I'm trying to do so much in my business, and it just feels like it's not going anywhere, and it just, yeah. And then I asked myself in June, I manifested something big. And I said, what did I do in June to manifest that? And I kept saying, I know that worked out and I know I have that. And I also kept releasing on it and kept manifesting it and releasing it, and saying, I know I have it. And I thought, well, if I could get myself to finally do that with the business, the way I did it with that, then maybe I could get my business finally moving, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But of course, I'm dipping in and out of my own grief, so that makes it like a little bit tough, It does come up. It's not that I'm not grieving. It's thank God. I mean, I knew this tool. I've known the Sedona method over 15 years, but when my 2 other cats passed, I didn't use it. I chose to be guilty the whole time. And this time I didn't. This time I said, no, 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 I'm not gonna let the guilt overtake me, because no matter which way I did something, I'm always gonna feel guilty. It doesn't matter what I chose,
Yeah.
So I said, no, you're not doing that one. At least not that one,
Yeah.
Anyway, I did do it today though. Today I did have a little bit of guilt, But yeah, thank you, Katja. That is better. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barbara.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. And Sharon.
Hi, Katja. Congratulations on your certification. Yeah, I think I lost my internet connection there, so I went to the back of the queue. So I feel very anxious right now. I've got a lot going on. I've got an appointment tomorrow, and I just can't get in a positive place about it. Dealing like with the authorities, the housing. I just can't. I feel it's impossible to trust an authority that doesn't be fair with you or treat you well or try and blame you for the situation you find yourself in. And I've got an appointment tomorrow, and I'd just like some help, because I just like to feel free and not feel controlled by the situation I find myself in. I would just like to feel more optimistic.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
So could you welcome how you are feeling right now?
Yeah, I just feel a lot of heaviness in my heart.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's not just me dealing with this. I've got my nephew and his partner with a new baby, and they're in the same situation and they're being treated the same way. And it just feels really unfair.
Yes.
Yeah.
So could you welcome that expectation to be treated unfairly?
Yeah, it feels like that's been a lifelong thing for me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that expectation, is that helping you?
Not at all, but it feels like I just can't get out of it. And I know that just makes me feel powerless with myself and frustrated that I can't seem to change my mind to a more positive, to free myself.
So could you welcome the judgment you're having for yourself?
Yeah, and it feels like I'm putting pressure on myself for it to turn out a certain way when it feels beyond my control as well. And that is control in itself, isn't it? Yeah.
And just for now, just for this moment, could you allow yourself to let go?
can a little bit, but I feel like I'm really holding on as well. It's like a lack of trust.
Yes. So could you say yes to how much you are holding on?
Yes. There was a little bit of relief in that as well.
Yes. We often we fight each other on the both sides. We are doing something and then we are beating ourselves up for doing that thing. So we are
Yeah.
running in the boxing circle or whatever square that is,
Yeah.
side to the other to get all the schmack.
And what I've been aware of when I've tried to release around this and I get a little bit stuck is that I'm wanting to be right, that these authorities treat you in a certain way, a derogatory way or whatever. And I know that wanting to be right is like, you know, perpetuating and recreating the same circumstances, but there feels like a holding on to that one to be right. And it comes like, it doesn't make sense, but it feels like there's a bit of safety in that. Like you can't trust them, so protect yourself. And there's like a holding on, if that makes sense. But then I get lost in the mind with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So would you notice how much that brings you safety from just being familiar? You've done this before.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah.
And
Yeah.
could you let go of that false or small security that comes with that?
I'm willing to, yeah.
Good.
That feels quite strange because it feels like there's a release going there, but there's still a bit, and then there's a little bit of holding back and holding on again, even though I felt the relief.
Yeah.
That's quite bizarre to see that.
Yes, it happens.
It'd be nice to, I was going to say, it'd be nice to let it all go.
So would you? Oh, you want to say?
Yeah, yeah. There was an openness there that I felt I've not had before. So yeah, I would, yeah.
And would you allow it to go a little bit more?
Oh goodness, yeah. Oh, but that went right in my heart, really. It was like, oh, there was like a pain in my heart, but there was also, yeah, I could let it go, yeah. Wow. There's a thought coming in, is it that easy to let it go?
It is.
I'd like that to be my experience.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, it did feel like then there was an opening, yeah. Yeah.
And would you allow yourself to be guided and supported in the meeting appointment? And have the rest in the knowingness that it will be fine. Something good will come out of it.
That would be really, it'd be really great to think that, really, believe that, I suppose.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm open to that. It just feels there's been so many things that have happened, and particularly over the last 6 weeks, I just feel like I keep waiting for something to shift, some positive. Yeah. It would be really helpful to see that, in my experience. Give me more faith, I suppose, and trust. Yeah.
And what if it wasn't your job to make it happen? What if you could have just allow it to happen, however it goes?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like get out my own way, so to speak. Yeah. 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 I'm open to that. Yeah. Right. Thanks, Katja. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thanks
for the call. Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye. Okay, Lisa, we can, if you're still there, we can have a few minutes. Okay.
Okay, yeah, whatever timing you have is fine. Thank you so much. I'm in a tenuous and interesting situation with housing and job, and I don't think that either of them are right, and would love to release on the situation so that I can kind of leave this fight, flight, freeze that I've been in and move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So could you welcome or notice however you are feeling about that situation right now?
I can. There's grief and pain and a sense of devastation.
Yes. And would you grant those feelings the right to be here? Just for now, as they already are here.
Yes, I grant them the right to be here.
And then check if there's any wanting to do something about them.
Yeah. Push them away.
Yes. And just for now, could you let go of wanting to do anything with them?
Yes, I could.
And would you notice that peace and acceptance that is here even with those feelings?
Acceptance. I can be there. Yeah. That the acceptance can also be here at the same time.
And if there's acceptance to whatever is arising, is there then any need to do anything about those feelings right now?
If I'm fully accepting them, then no, they can be here, just like everything else.
And are those feelings there all the time, or are they just rising and falling?
They're rising and falling.
Is there any wanting to hold on to them or figure out why they are there? Or...
Yes.
And how does that make you feel? More relaxed?
Or worse.
Yeah. So could you let go of wanting to figure them out?
Yes, I could let go of wanting to figure them out.
And would you allow them to be clouds in the sky? Come and go.
Yes, I allow them to be clouds in the sky.
And how is it now?
There's some presence and some calm simultaneously. Yeah.
Good. And do you allow yourself to practice the calm and peace and acceptance more?
To face it, you said?
Yeah. Kind of we focus on the things that annoy us, but
Yeah.
they are usually the smaller things. There's much more of those good things all around us all the time. So would you allow yourself to focus on the space and peace and calm, acceptance?
Yes, I can.
And would you allow yourself to relax in the knowingness that they are always there for you?
I could. I could. Thank you.
Thank you. It was nice.
Oh, good. For me too.
Yes. Oh, lovely. Thank you for coming and wishing you a very peaceful evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And congratulations on your certification.
Thank you. Thank you. And we'll see you again.
Take care.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.